that's a long delay. Hello and welcome to another video with me, Elmo, J. Karjalainen. You can call me this guy. It's good to have you along. I have my tea because it's cold outside and I have a bit of a cold, so I'll drink a bit of tea to warm me cockles or whatever. Today is the psychology of playing number 4. And today we're going to talk about the importance of enjoying the journey. So, be right back after this intro. Okay, so today we're talking about the importance of enjoying the journey. In the last video, I was talking about the importance of setting goals. And this video is kind of forgetting about the goals. Odd. I do think setting goals is important because setting goals, the goal is kind of like your landmark and you navigate based on the landmark or whatever. So you have the goal and then you can set off on your journey. If you don't have the goal, it's just aimless kind of wandering in circles type stuff. Now, when you have the goal and you set off on your journey, you will naturally become distracted by all sorts of things. People will be telling you, you need to learn this, you need to do this, you need to blah, 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 blah. And some of it will be very good advice for you. Some of it will be generally good advice, but not necessarily for you. So a good example might be, you need to learn how to read music. Not necessarily true. You don't need to learn how to read music. It can be beneficial, and in certain types of music, you need to learn to read music. I can't really say that I know how to read music, at least not fluently. So that's the kind of advice that you can get from friendly people who mean well, but might get you distracted. And you might wander down kind of alleys that, proverbial alleys, where you find yourself getting bored with what you're doing. And that's when you need to take stock and kind of refocus on your goal. What is it you want to do? If you want to become the next Yngwie Malmsteen, do you really need to have proper sight reading skills? If you want to become the next BB King, do you really need to learn the dominant Phrygian or Phrygian dominant mode? Whichever way those two were, I don't remember ever. But really, if you want to do this, do you really need to learn this? So you will get sidetracked by all kinds of stuff and just friends, and some of the stuff will be brilliant. You might love sight reading and you want to become BB King and you want to learn Yngwie Malmsteen, but that means that you're enjoying what you're doing, so it's all good. Now, this might seem like it's bleeding obvious. You're just stating the bleeding obvious, you strange Finnish person. And that's true. In a way, it is obvious. But in a way, it isn't, because we live in a kind of goal-centered, what's it called? Society, that's the word, where we set so much, we put so much value into the goal that we often forget the importance of the journey. You need to get a job, no matter what, and then people just forget that you need to enjoy the job. You need to enjoy the journey to the job, because what's the point of just having a job that you hate? I've kind of fallen into that trap myself. I've had jobs that I haven't liked. I've played music that I haven't liked. I've done it for quite a long time. And this is kind of, when you're learning guitar playing, you're going to be kind of naturally drawn towards stuff that you like. But later on, you might actually become quite easily confused by, for instance, money. So what I did for quite a long time was that I played Finnish dance music, which was, oh well, it was fairly well paid per gig when I started, at least for a young guy like me, and I ended up doing that for 9 years. I should have stopped way before 9 years. It was a very beneficial thing for me because I learned a lot and a lot of it was fun. But I should have stopped when I realized that it stopped being fun, because the money, it's just money. You can get money elsewhere, and if you want to become rich, this might not be the best way to go. I got distracted by basically, or kind of fell into the trap of kept wanting to make money, and maybe this will be fun again at some point, when I should have realized this will never be fun again, because I've kind of fallen out of, well, I was never in love with playing Finnish dance music, but I kind of stopped liking it altogether. And what kind of opened my eyes to this, kind of made it explicit, was when I read an interview with Devin Townsend, who's probably my favorite singer. And he talked about this, and he put it in such simple terms that when you're making an album, now you're a musician, you're making an album, you have that goal, you want that album to be, you want it to be made, and you finally reach there, you reach that point, and you have a big old party, and a couple of days go by. Now what? You go for the next album, or you go and tour a bit, and then you make the next album. Now, why would you be making albums if you don't enjoy the journey? Very simple. You need to enjoy the journey. When you enjoy the journey, everything else becomes much easier. That doesn't mean that you won't sometimes have to do stuff that you don't like. You might have to learn a scale now and again. You might have to learn some theory. You might have to learn some technique you don't like. And you will have to try stuff properly. You won't know if you like it until you've properly tried it. Not just like, can I do pull-offs? Okay, I tried a minute. Can I stop now because I don't like it? Now you need to give it a proper go. But remember, set yourself goals and then enjoy the journey. If there's something wrong with the journey on a general level, if you're not liking it, look at what it is that you don't like about that journey. If it's that your guitar teacher is crap, try finding another guitar teacher. If it is that you're doing something that someone else wants you to do, a friend or something, whatever, maybe you should try to figure out what it is you should be doing. So for me, sight reading was never the thing, it was more this. So yeah, there it is. I hope you enjoyed the video. That's basically all I have for you today. Remember to enjoy the journey. And if you didn't enjoy the journey, this video that is, give it a thumbs down. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And comment, let me know what you thought. Because this applies on a more general level. My English is somewhere else today. Yeah, it applies on a more general level. I'm not going to edit that. I refuse to edit because I want to enjoy the journey and I hate editing. It applies on a more general level. There, I said it. Woohoo for me. Yeah, so comment, let me know what you thought. Subscribe if you haven't already, hit that bell notification thing. If you want the actual meat and bones of playing guitar, then check out my Guitar Academy. The link is in the description. And there are tons of other links there as well that lead to places, and some lead to dead ends. Maybe, I don't know. And support me on Patreon because it helps me make more of these videos. That was all I have for you today. I hope to see you in another one, and I'll end by noodling a bit on le guitare. See you. Bonsoir.